Enjoying cocktails. That's actually my hand. Don't tell anyone. A wallet with her Metro card, colorful red balloons, a Sputnik chandelier that's in our Houston flagship with a really great neon sign saying fancy footwork. Pinterest. So Pinterest is really a great way for you to understand the brand, and every single one of our boards is labeled something differently. So we have 2014 Places to Go, People to See, which is all incredible, beautiful images around travel. We have Deborah Lloyd's Inspiration, and that's an important name for you guys all to know. Deborah Lloyd is our creative director, our vice president, really the main fashion designer, if you will, behind the House of Kate Spade New York. Fathom City Guides, and Fathom, I'll get into them a little bit later, but they are a partner for ours of travel content. Fathom Away We Go is the website. If you guys are planning to take any trips, I highly suggest you check them out. It's an amazing website, full of information of great travel resources. They have a really, really great voice, which is similar to the Kate Spade New York's voice. So we partnered with them to kind of help us get our girl really incredible content, because although, I mean, we are a fashion brand first, but we are a media company second. Dress colorfully, travel colorfully, charm colorfully, think colorfully, decorate colorfully. We like color at Kate Spade New York. And all of these boards really help us kind of express that, and there's so many incredible, inspiring images that will allow for that to shine through. YouTube. So YouTube is one of it's really the hub for all of our videos. And again, we have some incredible content on here. One of our first videos that we ever created, it's called 7 Henrietta Street, and it tells kind of the story of the Kate Spade New York girl about 10 years ago. So I'm going to just show that so you can kind of see the difference between the girl then and now. And then next, this is our video that we did for our past holiday campaign. So that is part of the Kate Spade New York YouTube channel. So then moving on to our next would be our blog, which we have fondly called Behind the Curtain. We post content to the blog about 3 to 4 times a week. It's mainly promoted through our Facebook channel just because that is our largest channel of distribution with over 1 million fans. But content can range from some amazing movies that are happening in Bryant Park, anywhere to our top favorite picks that have come out that month and the new arrivals, to a recipe all about how to make pizza. So it really runs the gamut. Again, just another way for you to experience the life of the Kate Spade New York girl. So as you think about social media, and there's a lot obviously that goes into it, it's really important to understand what this all means for your audience. So thinking about who our audience is, we always want to ensure that you see a mix of company culture and the products that you are selling. So it's really important for whatever brand you guys might work for one day. You never want to be too promotional. You never want to be too much all about branding. So finding that mix. We see that social media is a great way for us to tell that story, so that's how we utilize those channels, and we very rarely try and sell product. We have our .com site to do that. Social media is the perfect place to create brand loyalty and engage with an audience who will fall in love with your brand for its sense of culture. And our CEO has been known to speak at numerous conferences, and one of the things that he always says is there isn't an ROI, and ROI means return on investment, just in case not everyone knows what that means yet. We're not necessarily put up against sales numbers, which is pretty tremendous because I've worked at several brands in the past where anything that we did, we had to tie revenue to it. And social media is something that he feels very much is a way to get customers into the brand. So if you become a loyal follower of the brand, you will inherently, naturally want to become a customer. And it's really incredible that he feels that way because we're able to tell a bunch of stories and do some really incredible things. And some of them work, and some of them are crazy, and some of them don't work, and then we try again. But it's just a way to really continue to tell that story in a way that feels very unique to our customer. And creating a community of brand loyalists is the first step to creating a successful social media audience. So if you're able to kind of figure that out early on, then you are set up for success. Social media etiquette, and I just included this, again, looking at this from a brand perspective, but I think you could probably pull some things out of here too from a personal level as you all try to kind of embark on that work balance next year. So don't be too quick to judge. Always be respectful. Don't overdo it. And if you start to follow brands, you will see brands that are very promotional and tend to overdo it quite a bit. I will not name names, but just something potentially for you guys to look for. Play by the rules and respect community rules. It's just courtesy. Be prompt as possible, and we often have many customers that reach out to us for, I saw this shoe in a store and they didn't have it available in my size, can you help me? And we have a customer service team that myself and the other people on my team, we work very closely with to try and appease all of our customers, and that's one way that we're able to do it. Be consistent. What is your brand voice, and ensure that you are very consistent to it. Don't push sales, and just because if you're on social media, it's something that you should be doing in a way to tell a story, not necessarily being promotional. That's our strategy, but of course it can change brand by brand. Pay attention to the bad and learn from it. There's a lot of brands that do social media really, really badly. So it's always interesting to kind of see what they're doing and kind of figure out what you don't want to do. Interact with competitors. We're all friends here. It's actually one of the best ways to kind of grow your audience. No one is wearing head-to-toe Kate Spade New York unless you work for the brand, like myself today, but it's really important to make sure that you understand how that girl thinks and how that shopper thinks. So she's going to shop everywhere, so it's really important to make sure that you play nice in the sandbox. Don't overuse the same responses. It feels really canned. It feels very ungenuine. It's just something that, again, I just hope that you guys can kind of notice this, and when you go look at the competitive landscape, you'll kind of notice these things. Stay active and relevant. and participate and cooperate. So now going into digital media, and this is kind of more of my bread and butter where I started out in my career, but have definitely morphed obviously into much of these other things. So when I say digital media, I mean more paid media. So this would be traditional types of banner ads, search advertising. This is what you would consider to be ROI generating media. Social media, again, is just storytelling, it's branding, it's all editorial. Digital is what we like to say turns the lights on at the end of the day, because we are a fashion brand, we sell product and we need to sell it. So it's obviously very important for us to put together strategies that allow for us to do that. So I'm going to keep this very top line because this could get really, really kind of confusing. So just starting overall, what exactly is digital media? So it's online advertising is any paid placement that communicates a brand message, drives consumers to a website, or encourages an interaction. And the top forms that are typically utilized would be display advertising, SEM, which stands for search engine marketing, and then mobile and tablet, which has actually come to the marketplace very quickly, I would say within the last 3 to 5 years. Mobile and tablet advertising has come. Prior to that, it didn't even exist. So again, just shows how quick this type of career has really evolved. So traditional online display banner examples, these are just some really kind of weird screenshots, but anywhere that you see a gray spot, if you are looking on a website, those are typically paid ads. So when you're on Refinery29 or Vogue.com or you're on a blog, anything that's on the side rail typically is paid. And what you would do, if you were a customer and you were genuinely interested in that ad, you would click that ad and it would take you to that advertiser's website. And the sizes over here, again, just kind of for information, and I promise I won't ask sizes as for prizes, but just to know that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 typical sizes. Those are the standard sizes that are used within the industry. And these are examples of, again, so where those ads were gray earlier, you can see this is where we purchased media. So we did a holiday campaign with Refinery29, which features our ad images with a very clear call to action to shop now. We also partnered with them for the launch of our iconic Vogue ad, which launched last September. So another type of media buy, and it's just a way to continually get your message out into an audience. It's one of my favorite examples. This was done probably about 5 years ago, but it just shows the synergy of creative and what an impact it could leave on a page. Obviously this is Gucci and it's not Kate Spade New York, but very, very tells a great story. SEM, which is search engine optimization, oh, that actually should say marketing, that's my mistake. So when you are in Google, you can type anything into that magical search bar at the top of the page. What you are seeing on the side at the top, all of those are paid ads. So if you are looking for something very specific, you're probably more likely going to find something in the green section here, organic search results. So I don't know if you guys ever really think about this. I never thought about it in college at all until I started working. But just thinking about this world is very paid for. So just think about where you're clicking, because most likely nothing's organic anymore. Everything is paid for. So just an example of that, and that's how SEM works. SEM is by far the most ROI-driven type of media that you can actually purchase. It's very, very cheap. It's not very pretty. It's down and dirty, but it gets the job done. So if you are a brand and you don't have a lot of money and you're looking to drive traffic to your site, my recommendation is to purchase search ads on Google. There's nothing luxurious about it, but it works. Mobile and tablet. I'm sure now more you're seeing types of ad integrated within your content. So this is one on Chanel that was in the New York Times, but they're everywhere. There are actual mobile networks now that you can target people's phones based upon where they are, their interests. They're watching you, so they know how to target you, and you will be targeted. So just thinking about what is actually out there for mobile and tablet advertising. So this is actually a really fun piece of my job, and it's all about our brand collaborations. So I'm sure most of you read blogs, right? Everyone in here read blogs? Yes, is that like the place to go now for internet for people in college? So we partner with a ton of bloggers on a daily basis. They've actually turned into more like publishers, so I spend more time speaking to bloggers than I do actual editors, which is kind of mind-boggling to me. This blogger right here, her name's The College Prepster. She is our top generating blogger, and she generates upwards of, I can't give you numbers, but I can say that they are in the triple digits in terms of revenue that she is generating for us on behalf of the brand. Meaning that if we give her products to promote, she promotes them on her blog, and people are buying them because she's promoting them. So anytime that you are reading a blog and you think this blogger has really great taste, or she loves a bag, she's probably getting paid to promote that bag. So just think about that. Not only do they blog for us, but they bring it to their Instagram, they tweet on our behalf, they'll post to their Facebook pages. We've done all sorts of collaborations. Miss Lillian is one. She is a mom, so an older audience who we're trying to target. And we dressed her for a holiday shoot that she did. Sacramento Street, she is a blogger that's focused completely on home decor and entertaining, which Kate Spade New York has a very successful line with Lennox tabletop. So it's a natural extension for us. This was very successful. I think she generated or sold something like over 100 place settings for this, which is pretty tremendous. The Glitter Guide is an editorial destination focused on all types of glittery things. Again, this is our new Castle Peak collection. She promoted, and again, very successful. Coco and Kelly. It goes on and on. Oh Joy, who is a fantastic partner of ours based in California, she actually did an in-store event for us, and we ended up driving close to $70,000 of sales that night just because she was there. So these bloggers have a cachet that are really nothing like I could ever imagine if I was sitting in this room 8 years ago today. So just